Another NFL season has begun, and just like every other year, we expect 2016 to bring plenty of surprises, not only within the season itself, but within the fantasy football world as well. In 2015, I doubt anyone saw Devonta Freeman coming from nowhere to lead all fantasy running backs in points. And no one predicted Cam Newton would lead all players in fantasy points after losing his top wideout Kelvin Benjamin for the season. But as we all know, the fantasy world is full of surprises. What surprises does the 2016 fantasy season hold? I'm Justin Fraction, and here are 10 incredibly bold predictions for the 2016 fantasy football season, in order of least bold to boldest. Number 10, Ezekiel Elliott will lead all running backs in points. We begin our list with the Dallas Cowboys' 4th overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft. If you watched the first half of their Week 3 preseason contest against the Seattle Seahawks, you'll know why we like Elliott so much. The rookie out of Ohio State rumbled for 48 yards on just 7 carries in that game. Elliott can run, he can catch, and he can pass block. With the league's best offensive line leading the way, he won't take long to assert himself as the top fantasy running back. Number 9, Derek Carr will finish among the top 5 QBs in points. Last season, Derek Carr finished 12th in points among fantasy quarterbacks, but with a vastly improved offensive line and an added year of experience with star receivers Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree, we expect the Raiders play caller to pass for more than 4,000 yards and flirt with the 40-touchdown mark as he skyrockets up the quarterback rankings. Number 8, Carson Palmer will finish outside the top 12 QBs. Carson Palmer helped many teams win fantasy championships in 2015 when he finished 5th among quarterbacks in fantasy points. But we don't expect it to happen again. Last season was the first time in Palmer's career that he's passed for over 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns in the same season. And it was the first time he surpassed the 30-touchdown mark since 2005. Palmer ended last season with a 4-interception performance against the Panthers in the NFC Championship game, and he's already tossed 3 picks and 0 touchdowns this preseason. Look for health and father time to derail a 36-year-old's fantasy season in 2016. Number 7, Jordan Reed will outscore Rob Gronkowski in fantasy points. In 2015, Gronk finished with 26 more points than Jordan Reed in standard scoring leagues, but he also played one more game. In Reed's first 3 seasons in the league, he has yet to play in all 16 games. He came close last season, playing in 14 of his team's contests. Look for him to stay healthy in 2016 and dethrone Gronkowski as the top tight end in fantasy. Number 6, Darren Sproles will be a top 10 running back in PPR leagues. It's been 5 years since Sproles finished in the top 10 among running backs in PPR leagues. Since then, he's fallen further and further down the rankings each season. But look for the speedy Eagles back to resurrect his fantasy value in 2016. With DeMarco Murray out of the way and Philadelphia expected to play from behind quite often this season, there will be plenty of opportunities for Sproles to make his mark in both the run and pass game. Number 5, Charcandrick West will lead all Chiefs running backs in points. Jamal Charles was the first Chief running back to come off the board in most fantasy drafts, and Spencer Ware was the second, with many seeing him as a breakout candidate in 2016. But the Chiefs running back that we expect to lead the way is Charcandrick West. Despite leading the KC backfield in points last season, West has been getting the Rodney Dangerfield treatment from fantasy owners in 2016. With Charles clearly not 100% and Ware ineffective in the passing game, expect West to be the best option among Chiefs running backs. Number 4, Tevin Coleman will outscore Devonta Freeman. Devonta Freeman was the top fantasy running back last season. His 338 total touches were a big reason for that, as he finished second in that category, behind only Adrian Peterson's 357. The Falcons are expected to distribute the workload between their 2 backs a little more evenly this season. Coleman was originally the starter last season before going down with a rib injury. If he gets another chance to win the job in 2016, look for him to take it and run. Number 3, Adrian Peterson finishes outside the top 20 running backs. When healthy, Adrian Peterson has been a mainstay among the top fantasy running backs, but he's 31 years old, which is ancient in running back years. After logging a league-leading 327 rushing attempts in 2015, expect AP's age to begin to show as he plummets down the running back rankings. Number 2, Amari Cooper will lead all wide receivers in fantasy points. As a rookie, Cooper finished 24th among receivers in standard scoring leagues. His 1,070 yards and 6 touchdowns were impressive for a rookie, but plenty more is expected of the 2015 4th overall pick in his second season. He was slowed down considerably with a lingering foot injury during the second half of last season, but he enters 2016 in fine form. He looks more comfortable than ever working with Raiders quarterback Derek Carr. Look for both to make a huge impact on the 2016 fantasy season. And number 1, Eli Manning will appear on the most fantasy championship rosters. At the end of every fantasy season, you'll hear stats regarding which players appeared on the most championship rosters in fantasy leagues. Last season in ESPN leagues, it was New Orleans Saints running back Tim Hightower who appeared on the most championship rosters. The season before that, it was then rookie receiver Odell Beckham Jr. So why do we think Eli will be the key to a championship for so many teams this season? In addition to having an improved receiving corps, Manning also has one of the most favorable schedules among the fantasy playoffs. In Week 14, his Giants take on the Dallas Cowboys, and they follow that up with games against the Detroit Lions and Philadelphia Eagles. If that's not an easy road to a fantasy championship, I don't know what is. Do you have any bold predictions for the 2016 fantasy football season? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.